Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Here are the five for the Cavaliers. Garland and Mitchell, the lethal backcourt pair. It's Hunter and Mobley teaming up at forward, and it's Allen in at the center position. And for the Nets, Buddy Hield is out there with Markelle Fultz. Then it's Ben Simmons, then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Thybulle in at the small forward position. Grant, hard to believe that NBA games are back. Preseason pontification is over.
B.A., you're spot on. No more guessing, no more wondering. The games count now. A lot of optimism could be about to vanish in these first handful of games. Got to check it out.
Well, Markelle Fultz, that tight handle allows that kind of move to be made. That is pretty, folks.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for the Nets. I asked about what he was planning to do about the athletic and energetic Evan Mobley. Coach said, "My guys have studied the reports, we've reviewed the film, we are as prepared for him as we can be. Now, if our whole team could also grow another 3 inches, then we'd really be in good shape." Coach had jokes, but he also has a plan. Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie, thanks. From 12 feet. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Well, what a pretty setup by Nick Claxton. This is a guy we're accustomed to seeing finish.
Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. First quarter and about a minute and a half in.
The officials were right on top of that one.
First personal foul. First team.
Cleveland shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Cavaliers. DeAndre Hunter. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And after trading away a lot of their top veteran players, the Nets going young, Doris.
Well, they are, B.A., and the rumor, though, says that they are looking to try to rebuild quickly. It's obviously a big market, New York City. And let's remember, free agency is a viable avenue to improve. And once they collect enough young assets, things can turn quickly.
Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, the defense has got to find a way to keep Claxton off the backboards, because this is just a mental mistake, letting him get to that board.
From deep, Mitchell. Claxton with a rebound.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
Fultz passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, you can see Markelle Fultz starting to get comfortable, understanding how to thread the pass through the defense.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Allen in the high post. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now. Thybulle passes to Simmons. Now Claxton. Allen defending. Pass to Garland from the arc. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
And Garland is someone you must be aware of at all times, especially out on the perimeter.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Bol, he's checked in for Simmons. Williams comes in for Thybulle. Shepard, he's checked in for Hield. Demon comes in for Fultz. Here's Bol.
2 minutes to play.
The offensive rebound. The Cavs have gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. It's Merrill on the wing. Horford outside. Ball outside. Shoots over Demon. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Nets with the lead. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And finished off by Bol.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, it was a tough one to watch. There were some bright moments, but ultimately their mistakes caught up with them.
To be perfectly frank with you, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
It's deflected. Here's Shepard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet, and it's Dimon missing. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
One time from the line.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. Well, it's been a remarkable comeback story for Lonzo Ball. He became the first player ever to undergo cartilage replacement surgery on his left knee. Now, with a role on a winning team in Cleveland, this is a great situation for a player whose IQ for the game is as good as ever.
The cagey veteran. All right, Shams, thank you. And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big Three era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
And with an undersized backcourt and a towering front court, some had suggested the Cavs needed roster moves to balance things out a little, Grant.
Well, Mobley's growth as a shooter has quieted those concerns up front. But until they prove their mettle in the playoffs, there will be some questions.
Clowney, he's checked in for Claxton. He buries it from three.
The defense trying to take other things away, so he steps up and buries the triple.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Williams passes to Bowl. Nance pulls down the board.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Off target with the three. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Nets up 3. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. The Twin Towers, Mobley and Allen, the combo inside. Mitchell and Hunter will be filling out the wings. And it's Garland in at point guard. Here's Garland. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Outside Mitchell. And he's going for the lob. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
And here's Fultz. He's got 6. Simmons. Mobley grabs the board. And stolen by Simmons. Fultz passes to Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Well, you love to see Simmons use that size to finish at the rim and let him know.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Garland draws the double. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. And this matchup with the Cavaliers, it's their first meeting of the season.
It really should be an interesting one to watch.
You know, right out of the gates, one team gets a lead with the head-to-head advantage, bragging rights, if you will, over the other. And tonight, it starts.
Doris, we got to give credit to Darius Garland for continuing to develop his body.
BA, like every smaller guard in the league, teams attack him defensively. So just like a Steph Curry, you build your strength and your balance, and you continue to play with pride on that end, and that is pivotal to his development.
Pass to Hunter. Shoots over Thibault, and it's Cleveland with another.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Healed from outside. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What a nice response by Claxton. Knew exactly where it was coming off and sends it in.
Cavaliers trail by 3. Pass to Garland. Second chance shot. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Bowl, he's checked in for Claxton. And it's Shepard in for Hield. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Warford's checked in. Here in quarter two, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Right side, Mitchell. Horford against Bowl. Oh, it's blocked by Bowl. Down low, Simmons. It's good. Simmons has got his second bucket on the night.
Just tremendous job using his frame. Ben Simmons understands how to get position.
And it seems like the East is wide open doors. How do the Cavs capitalize with a deep run?
Well, I think they can start with continuity. They have a quality young core when you think about Evan Mobley, when you think about Darius Garland, when you think about Jared Allen. So I'm not arguing for complacency by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think there's a strong case for running it back and giving a talented offensive team with a double big lineup another opportunity. I think they're good enough.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Coach Kenny Atkinson demanding that Evan Mobley stay in attack mode the entire game. And Mobley said, I have a lot of different skill sets that I can bring to the table. Being out there and challenging myself is going to sharpen them and get them where they need to be. Back to you guys.
On the rise. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And Cleveland calls their first time out of the game.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Brooklyn, cloudy. He's checked in for Ben Simmons. Williams comes in for Thibault. Dimon comes in for Fultz. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Nance, he's checked in for Mobley. Strus comes in for Hunter. Merrill, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Ball in for Darius Garland. This one for three. Strus grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Poke loose. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Bowl. Nets keep it alive. Takes the three. Hits the three-pointer. Bowl's got 10 points.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
The Cavaliers again cannot hit.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Bowl. He's been the guy making things happen for the Nets. Between the scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first, and trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
The production they've gotten from their bench has been phenomenalistic. Don't know if that's a word, but it sounded good, Ernie. As we know, depth is important to any team's success. They're demonstrating that tonight. And who knows, it might give the starters a kick in the pants. No one wants to be outshined.
And Kenny, how do you think the Cavaliers were playing?
They got hammered. I mean hammered on the board. That tells a lot about this game. The heart has not been there. The sacrifice hasn't been there. I mean, they just don't want it.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Bol Bol getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Ben Simmons is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then there's Markelle Fultz. And it's Thibault in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Hield fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Takes a 13-footer, and it's Mobley. That time on the assist by Garland. Mobley's got his 2nd bucket on the night. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
Boy, the reach. Mobley so tough defensively. This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Time called here. The Nets decide to talk it over now. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Oh, it's blocked by Bol. And he recovers it, and he's able to get it back. Here's Mitchell, plenty of space. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
You love how confident Donovan Mitchell is. On the catch-and-shoot opportunities, there's no hesitation.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
And since we have a moment, here are last year's most efficient scorers around the league. Jared Allen on top.
And last year, he led the league in field goal percentage, allowing the game to come naturally and taking whatever opposing teams gave to him.
And Bol drops them both. And the Nets looking to improve, in particular, offensively, Doris.
I mean, there's no doubt. There is not a category within which they didn't struggle on the offensive end. Missed shots, turnovers, you name it. On the other side, they do force quite a few turnovers themselves. Their games can have a very chaotic feel.
Williams finds Simmons. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Mobley.
Boy, a brutal start to the half. 1 for their first 5 attempts.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Now you see the size of Ben Simmons on a roll situation, so effective at 6'10".
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 4. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Lets it go. Offensive board. Mobley passes to Hunter. Mobley down low. Simmons defending. And Mobley throws it down.
We know unequivocally Evan Mobley has length. He's got timing. This guy eats up rebounds.
Simmons, the pass to Hield. No good from outside.
Well, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
And it's Zaire Williams with a foul. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Clowney comes in for Simmons. And it's Shepard in for Williams. Cleveland also making some changes. Al Horford's checked in for Allen. And it's Ball in for Hunter. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Garland. And they get it back. Horford passes to Mitchell. For the tie. Rejected by Bol. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Brooklyn making a switch here. Thibault's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Nance comes in for Mobley. And it's Strus in for Mitchell. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Ball. The kick out to Nance for the lead. Counted from distance. Nance has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Dimon. He's got 6. Sinks the tray. And the Nets lead by 2.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here's Strus. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Doris, if you want the definition of a solid NBA player, Max Strus fits the bill.
Absolutely, BA, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First and foremost, his competitive toughness is on display nightly. The guy never gives up on a play. You can ask him to guard up a position because he's got physical strength. He's a fearless knockdown shooter, and if you give him any space from 3, he's going to catch his rhythm and have a big night.
Here's Merrill. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Merrill's got 5 points.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Clowney can't get it to go. Fires from way outside. That shot is off. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
Before this quarter starts.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Mitchell and Strus are out on the wings. Al Horford out there with Jared Allen. And it's Ball in at the point guard position.
Well, Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
Hield. Bullseye! Hield's got his first points of the game.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
There's Ball with a 3. Drills it from deep. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
When you peek at Lonzo's three-point numbers, they illustrate how much time Ball's put into his shot.
Hield for 3. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Just a great job running the floor in transition. Now, he realized they were tiring out the defense early, and they took full advantage.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Cleveland leading by 5. Horford outside. Allen outside. Pass to Ball from behind the arc. Cleveland the rebound.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game. You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Out to the right wing. Here's Ball. Hits the trifecta.
And Shepherd is an unselfish guard. He's fantastic at moving the ball and setting up his teammates.
Outside Strus. Lets it go from deep. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 5 assists tonight.
And maybe they made some adjustments at the half. I mean, they're finally executing offensively.
Timeout called. Brooklyn.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mobley, he's checked in for Horford. Hunter comes in for Strus. And Darius Garland subbed in for Ball. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game.
And Allie, thanks. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? And it's Jared Allen with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Simmons, the pass to Hield. And it's off from three-point range.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Oh, Mitchell with the smooth stroke from distance.
Well, we know Donovan Mitchell is absolutely prolific from three.
Simmons, pass to Bol, and finished off by Bol.
He was gripping the rock on the weight of the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. 1:57 left in the game. Outside Hunter. Over to the left wing. Pass to Garland. Back to Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, Darius Garland showing good vision and making good decisions. Exactly what you need from your point guard.
Hunter, good. And now it's a 12-point Cleveland lead.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Shepard. Thibault, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Matisse Thibault.
Mobley finds Hunter. Cleveland working the ball around now. Pass to Garland. 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. Rejected by Bol. And it's out of bounds for the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Ooh, good chance here for Hunter. And it's Cleveland with another.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Cavaliers.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Always good to start a season series off with a W. They showed tonight they take this team seriously, and the next 2 matchups between these two should be fun.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Donovan Mitchell.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Bol, no good. And so Cleveland takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.